do not sound good at all. Hey, Cherie, can you hear me? Hey, sister. Hey, girl. Can you hear me? Let me get a thumbs up if you can hear me. FYI, the song playing is Work That Body. This instrumental sounds horrible though. I'm about to switch it up because that instrumental do not sound good. I love that song too. That's like one of my faves. That's one of my faves or whatever. But the way they got the instrumental. Oh! I didn't even put The Weeknd on. He put himself on, girl. What do people be doing? Like, girl. Okay, wait. Hold on a second. Hold on. Okay, sorry, girl. My phone is on drugs. My phone is absolutely on drugs. Anyways, how are you? How are you feeling? I'm testing a few things out. I want to see if my old little thing is working. Okay. In the meantime, give me a thumbs up in the comments if you are ready to hear this crazy ass story about me astral projected. don't know if I'm gonna show my face. I don't know how I feel right now. My hair ain't done, makeup ain't done, and stuff like that. So we just gonna see how this goes. But okay, so basically, this is the story time about the time I Astral Projected. Now I don't know if you pronounce it Astral or Astro. The problematic MJ fan. I like that name. How you doing? How you doing, friend? So I don't know if it's Astro or Astro Projected. But either way, bitch, that's what the story is that I'm going to tell. Okay? So this is about the time I Astral Projected. We're just going to say I projected, okay? So this was a weird time in my life. Okay, let me see how I feel about this camera being on. Let me see. Girl, it's hard being a baddie. You know what I'm saying? It's like, girl, I don't be wanting on my face all the time. I feel like that, like, really takes away from my face. It's so bright. Chantrice, why is your name the problematic MJ? You are not problematic, girl. What is you talking about? You are not problematic. I don't know. What y'all think? Light on? I'm going to show y'all, like, this is light on. This is light off. Light on, light off. Light on, light off. What y'all think? Okay. So this is the story time about the time a bitch Astral Projected. Okay. So long story short, this was a weird time, and I feel like I am too close. Like, girl, y'all need to see all this goodness. This was a weird time in my life. Okay. So me and my ex, we had just broke up and whatever. Hold on, we need background music. Me and my ex had just broke up. Now, when I just broke up, I would say at this point in my life, it was probably like a year since we've been broken up. And bitch, it was hard for me. Okay, I'm a Cancer. I'm a Cancer. Okay, so it was just very hard. You know what I'm saying? And it was hard because me and that ugly ass nigga, I call all my exes ugly, by the way. Me and that dusty ass, ugly ass nigga, we were together for 5 years, bitch. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Okay? 5 motherfucking years of the same DRCA. Okay? So, girl, it's like, it was a lot. You know, so, okay. We broke up, and the crazy thing is, when we broke up, bitch, I was in my bag. Ooh, I got a piece of burger here. I can feel it. That's why I didn't want to go. That's why I went to the camera, because I'm in my business. Okay, but anyway, what was I saying? Girl, when that ADHD, if I got burger in my teeth, y'all don't just let me sit on here with burger in my teeth. Is it a burger in my teeth? Anyways, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, right, girl. So me and his ugly, dusty ass, we were together for 5 long years, and we had just broke up or whatever. It was about maybe like a year later, and I was still trying to figure out life without him. I mean, honestly, let's just keep it a stack. Let's keep it a bean. I was trying to figure out my life without him because, like, we had did everything together. Like, bitch, everything. Like, taking shits together, showering, taking a shower together, watching Law and Order together. I mean, all the seasons, bitch. We just sitting in the house all day watching it. Doom, 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 doom. Bitch, we was just sitting in the house watching that shit all motherfucking day. If I went to the studio, he would come right along with me, be my support. But at the same time, we were young. We were young as fuck. Like, young as fuck. He was 19. I was, bitch, 22, 23. I was like a few years old. It wasn't that much. Don't be coming for me. Why y'all in my business? He was right there. We were right next to each other. We were right behind each other. Mind your business, okay? I was like 22, 23, somewhere around that, okay? And he was for the streets, okay? And I will tell you how all this is going to tie back into Astral Projection. Don't forget, before we do that, bitch, don't forget to like and subscribe. Bitch, if you're not subscribed, you better be subscribed by this point. Bitch, you here, ain't you? Okay, so you fuck with a bitch and shit. So you know what I'm saying? Just make sure you like and subscribe to the Bucket channel. So anyways, so yeah, I was with his little dusty ass. Girl, that's a whole story time for another day. Like, I'm gonna have to tell that. I'm gonna have to tell that shit another time. Because, bitch, that was a lot. He was a lot to deal with. Like, for my brain to just still be developing and understanding what the penis is and how it works. You know, because in your early 20s, you still understand the penis. So I was still understanding penis. And, you know, it was complicated. And honestly, it was a lot to that. It's just, girl, it's a lot. So long story short, I was in my healing stages. You know what I'm saying? So I was going to the church faithfully every Sunday, praising the Lord. Yes, praising the Lord. Okay, I was in there faithfully praising the Lord. And, girl, how you do this? Okay. Faithfully praising the Lord. So it was a Sunday. I was on my way to church and stuff. I don't remember who was with me. Girl, this memory is very faded. The only thing I really truly remember is the Astral Projection. Because everything else was a blur. Okay? And I know this is going to sound crazy to some people. I get it. And I told this story before in the past, but I don't know if y'all remember, so I'm telling it again, because it's a very prominent time in my life. Is that a word? Did I make that up? Permanent. Bitch, you know what I mean. It's important and stuff. So boom. What the fuck? Bitch. See, okay, because somebody lives upstairs, but sometimes the sound be sounding like it's right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, I will hit a bitch with this motherfucking bottle real quick. Don't be running up in this motherfucking house. Bitch, let me keep this in my hand. I don't trust bitches. Let me just hold this right here, just in case. But yeah, so what was I saying? Oh yes, it was a very prominent time in my life. I said it again. I gotta up my vocabulary. But yeah, it was a very important time in my life. So I was going to church every Sunday, faithfully, praising the Lord, worshiping the Lord, and everything like that. So this was one of those Sundays I was going on to church and everything. And, you know, I don't even remember being like so spiritually in tune. You know what I'm saying? But I just knew at that time I was really big on Michael. Like, nobody was going to tell me nothing about Michael. And they wasn't. Like, nobody was going to tell me nothing about Michael Jackson. So, I got a burp. I'm sorry. Everything's fine. So, boom. So I'm driving. Now the crazy part is, I don't know, like, Michael, why would you want me to astral project while I'm driving? Why was you trying to kill me? Like, anyways, so I'm driving, and I guess my mind left the world. That's the only way I can describe it. It's like, I didn't feel nothing magical. Bitch, it was no, it was an out-of-body experience, yes, but I didn't feel like I left my body. You know what I'm saying? It didn't feel like that. It's like I was driving, and what I noticed is that everything just, it's like I zoned out, right? So I zoned out, and I think my mind was just so used to driving that path, because I did it every Sunday, but also I did it certain days of the week too. And the drive to the church was long. It was like maybe 45 minutes. And then 15 to 20 of those minutes is a straight drive, right? And all you see on the side is the beach. So I think a combination of the beach and just the drive, and, you know, I think my mind just zoned out, right? So I just remember driving, and like I remember blinking, but it was like a strong blink. Like I closed my eyes and I opened them back up. But when I opened them up, I wasn't driving, right? So I saw Michael. Yes, Michael Jackson, whatever that nigga name is. I saw Michael. He was in his red button up, and he looked how he looked in the Martin Bashir interview when he had the red button up. But his hair was like really nice and neat. And his eyes were just like, ooh, I can't explain it, but it's like his eyes just had something very powerful in his eyes when he looked at me. It's like, it felt like he was really right there with me. So I saw him, my hands started shaking, I started crying, and I was just like, Michael, what did I do to you? What did I do to you, Michael? Like, girl, I was being dramatic. And I remember Michael looked at me, and he was like, oh, you know how Michael is. And he was like, oh, it's okay. And I'm just like, Michael! So I'm crying. I mean, I was very dramatic. My hands were shaking. Like, I remember feeling how I felt in the astral projection. Like, I don't know if I astral projected to the past or if this was the future or if this was another timeline. I don't know, but that shit was real, okay? I don't care what nobody say. It wasn't no motherfucking dream. It didn't feel like a dream. It felt like I was really with him. Like, my body felt the overwhelming presence of being with him and being in his arms. And he was just so at peace. And I think maybe that's what my soul wanted to understand, is that he's at peace because of all of the shit, you know, that he had to go through. I think my soul wasn't at peace because I didn't think he was at peace. So Michael looked at me, he said, oh, it's okay. And then he was like, I can't remember specifically what he said, but I know it was something like, I'm okay. Like, you don't have to worry. I'm okay. It's okay. He definitely said it's okay. And he definitely called me Gloria. And he just held me. And I remember being in his arms, and he was just like so like masculine and strong and big, like over me, girl. But yeah, so but you know how I play around a lot, like, oh, that's my man again. And if I see Michael this, if I see Michael that, girl. Damn, I got a call and Mr. Story. Girl, you can't be just doing that. You gotta ignore the call. You gotta put it on do not disturb. Girl, what is you doing? Or God, I don't know. I don't remember Blue Eyes. I remember your name. I just don't remember if you got around. You got around me. And I'm probably not gonna remember next time, girl. My memory is so I mean, I'm kind of still telling the story though, so you ain't missed that much. Because it's not really like a long story. So I was just so overwhelmed in his presence. Like, I can't explain it. And that's why, like, I want you guys to understand, that's why I feel so deeply spiritually connected to Michael. I really believe it's because of that astral projection. And I don't know nothing about this stuff. Y'all gotta understand, I'm not super spiritual. I'm not, you know, I don't do witchcraft. I don't do none of that stuff. I do a little bit of astrology. I look into it, you know what I'm saying? But if I have to define what I am, I would say I'm Christian. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe in God. I believe in Jesus Christ. But I also believe in a lot of the spirituality stuff. So I would say I'm struggling, but I don't think it's wrong to say that I astral projected, because I really feel like that's what I did. I don't know how else to explain it to you. My soul left my body. That's what happened. I don't know if I was just so hurt and so sad that I wanted to reach Michael, so my spirit let me. I don't know if I died and came back, girl. I don't know what to tell you. I just know that my soul met Michael Jackson. Okay? It sounds crazy. I get it. It sounds crazy. But I don't know how else to explain this to y'all. I was driving, and I remember even snapping back, like, so when I came back to, I kind of like snapped back because I was driving, right? There was nothing on the road. So it's like when it happened, it's like it didn't put my life at risk or anything like that. I mean, there was no cars, there was no people, there was no animals crossing the street. Like it was nothing. It was nothing to nobody for miles. Okay? So it's like I came right back into my body at the right time. But yeah, and then after that, I just remember crying because I felt that overwhelming presence. Well, I had that dream about 2 years ago about Michael, and it was good. The other one, I was riding in the back seat with him, and his mom was driving the car. You know, I wonder if Michael does this, if he comes to his fans and he kind of like spiritually tunes in with us, whether it's through a dream or astral projection or whatever you want to call it, girl. I wonder if that's just what he does, because we get to a point where we miss him so much and his energy is just so magnetic, right? So I wonder if that's what happened with you when you had your dream about Michael, you know? So that, I would say that is the only time in my life I ever truly, I mean, I feel Michael's presence a lot. I do. But that was the one time I really think I met him in my spiritual world. You know what I'm saying? Especially because, like, y'all know how crazy I was about him in 2019. Like, girl, I would fight anybody over that man. Okay, so 2019, I was real batshit crazy over Michael. So, yeah, it's a short story. That's just how I astral projected. And I really hope I get somebody on this video or in the comments that can kind of explain to me a little bit more about that. Or maybe we could go, deeper into it into another video with somebody who actually know about this stuff, because that would be so cool. If you know what I mean, I literally was getting it on with Mike. You know what? But you're not the first person to tell me that. I have spoken to a few other people on Facebook who said something similar. So, girl, I mean, I ain't gonna tell nobody business, but people tell me stuff. People tell me stuff, and it's also because I'm not judgmental. Like, my thing is, we don't even know what we're doing on this planet. Like, if we really keep it a stack, like, we can all look. I love God. I believe in God. Period. Let's just make that very clear. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus. Let's be very clear about that. But at the end of the day, we truly don't know what the heck we're doing. Okay? We're just hoping and praying we get into heaven. We hoping and praying it's there. But God forbid we could die and it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we are all trying to figure it out. So I would never judge somebody for what they believe in. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's some dark shit, it's like, all right, girl, well, that's what you believe. But I'm not going to just, force my beliefs on you. I think everybody has their way of trying to figure this out and cope with what the hell we doing on this big ass rock. Okay? Or, I call it a rock, child. I think it was where I was so into him watching and listening to everything, Michael. Yes. I think and that's why sometimes we do have to be careful as Michael Jackson fans, because Michael has this otherworldly energy. So if you tap into his energy too much, it can kind of consume you. Okay? So we do have to be careful. Which is why, like, y'all see my Michael wall. It's nothing like what it used to be, girl. It used to be infested with Michael stuff, child. Just infested with Michael stuff. But I know I can't do that, because even just these few items on the wall. Michael has an energy through his pictures, through his music, everything. So, like, if I had a whole wall of him, that energy would actually overwhelm me and consume me because it's just something very powerful about Michael Jackson. I can't explain it, y'all. And I know y'all probably think I'm crazy, but I'm just telling y'all what the fuck it is. Okay, bitch? So if you had a dream that you fucked Michael, you probably fucked him in a dream, girl. I'm just saying his energy is that deep, girl. I'm telling you. All right, I'm not going to tell y'all the girl's name. But somebody told me they had a dream about Michael. Michael was going to town. Okay, in the dream, he was going to town, throwing that thing down. All right? She said she woke up next day and she felt like that area was in pain. Now, I don't know what that means. I don't think Michael out here spiritually fucking bitches. I don't think so. But I'm just saying, I think if you're too in tune to his energy, you can manifest something that you wasn't trying to manifest. You get what I'm saying? I think you just got to be careful. But yeah, not saying I'm special because I astral projected to him. Because, girl, I don't even know how I did that. I don't even think I was thinking about him at that time, girl. I was just very emotional, and then next thing I know, I saw him. And in the dream, he confirmed that he was. I'm not in the dream, girl. In the astral projection world, whatever you call that bitch, he confirmed that he was okay. So I think maybe my mind unconsciously was worried about him and worried that maybe his soul wasn't at peace. You know what I'm saying? So my spirit had to be like, okay, well, bitch, we're going to figure out where he at. Even if we got to go back a couple timelines ago, we're going to find Michael and see how he doing. So my spirit, my soul, whatever you want to call it, astral projected to Michael in that Martin Bashir interview. And it seemed like it might have been after, like, once the interview was done. Because he was sitting in that chair that he was sitting in, the same chair he was sitting. I think it was a black chair. I can't remember. He was sitting in that chair. He had that red shirt on, the red button up. His hair was done. That's the only difference. His hair was like kind of done. Like, it still had a little messiness to it, but it was like kind of done too, if that makes sense. And I mean, his eyes were just piercing, and beautiful, magnetic. And he just looked at me. He was like, "Oh, it's okay." And I mean, I just like melted into his arms because I was so concerned for him, you know? So, yeah, y'all, that's my story about the time that I astral projected. Yes, he has the best. He has the best eyes. I mean, look at the invincible out. Look, girl, it's like his eyes is piercing, beautiful, just so freaking beautiful, man. So, I mean, yeah, that's the story time about the time I astral projected. We got done with this a little bit earlier than I expected. So I am gonna head over to Instagram and we're just gonna continue to talk and chop it up about Michael. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you like and you subscribe and you share this and stuff like that. If you fuck with me or whatever, you know what I'm saying, friend. Look, we gotta get into with each other, okay? And also drop a comment. Tell me about a time you had a spiritual experience or you astral projected or maybe you felt like you talked to Michael's spirit. Girl, I don't know. Tell me in the comments. I would love to hear your experiences, okay, girl? Now, I see you hoes on Instagram. Bye.